Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Welcome to the show today, and we're going to make something that's not fun, maybe a little bit more fun. The best legal ways to increase your tax refund. No doubt, tax time isn't fun for anybody. It can be stressful to make sure that your math is all correct, that you filled out all your forms correctly, and that everything is in on time. Plus, with all the changes from the Trump tax cuts, it's a whole new ball game this year. And of course, on top of that, there's the stress of owing money to the IRS. Ugh. Fortunately, there are lots of credits and tax breaks that may apply to your situation. Though if you aren't a professional accountant or tax preparer, I know it can be hard to know all of the options that you have. But if you're using the best tax software to file your return, and some of that tax software knowledge is at thecollegeinvestor.com, by the way, it's pretty easy to make sure you get all the deductions you're entitled to. So here are some of the things you need to watch out for that might give you some quick and easy ways to get more out of your return. First up, remember your tax return is always your money. Most people don't realize this, but their tax return is just simply an overpayment of taxes throughout the year. Yuck! Every paycheck you get, a portion of it is sent to the IRS for your taxes, of course. So filing your tax return is the equivalent of settling up with the IRS. No matter what you get paid or withhold, your taxes are based on tax brackets, which you can find a chart, of course, at thecollegeinvestor.com. If you give the IRS too much money during the year, you'll get a refund. If you don't give them enough during the year, you're going to owe them. So, when you're looking to increase your refund, you're actually asking to pay too much during the year and get a bigger check at tax time. For most people, the ideal situation is just to break even at tax time. No refund, but not owing either. I know that's really hard to do, but if you set up your withholdings right during the year, you can make it happen. Essentially, when you get a refund, you're just telling the government, you can use this free loan all year and then pay me back with no interest around April. Oh, if only we could charge interest for our free loans, right? All right, now let's talk about evaluating your filing status. While there are financial benefits for married people to file jointly, if you're married and filing jointly, you might not be taking full advantage of your options and credits. For example, if, as an individual, you might be eligible for credits or a refund based on your business expenditures, you might not be able to take advantage of all of those refunds if you're filing jointly. Or it could make sense to incorporate your side business to take advantage of the new pass-through deductions. In this case, your best option is to use tax preparation software or consult a professional who's going to be able to help you evaluate all of your filing options to see if the benefits of filing separately outweigh those of filing jointly. Pay off your debts. Oh my goodness, student loan debt can make tax season especially difficult. If you owe any money, especially if you owe money to the IRS or due to student loan default, you can improve your tax return by paying off any outstanding debts you have to the IRS. Though this may mean you end up paying more on your taxes this year, it will likely mean very good things for you in the following year once you've caught up on all of your payments. If you're having trouble with debts to the IRS, you should consider consulting a tax advocate who can help you deal with managing your debt. This way, even if you're unable to pay off your IRS debt this year, you can work with the tax advocate to help you come up with a reasonable payment plan that will help you pay off your debt in a reasonable amount of time so that it won't have a significant impact on your future returns. If you're in default on your student loans and have seen your tax refund garnished in the past, you can check out how to stop it. We have an article called Stopping Tax Return Offsets Due to Student Loan Default at thecollegeinvestor.com. Maximize your retirement contributions. You can increase your refund by contributing more to your retirement through, of course, a pre-tax 401k or a traditional IRA. The reason? These contributions lower your taxable income, meaning you pay less in taxes today. So, by saving for yourself, you can actually give yourself a bigger refund come tax time. That's pretty cool. That is the definition of a win-win, I believe. Also, if you forgot to contribute to an IRA, don't fret. You have until April 15th to make your IRA contributions for the previous year. Just make sure you follow the IRA contribution limits. Remember, this only applies to traditional 401k and IRA contributions. If you do Roth contributions, that money is after tax, so it's not going to help you with tax time. Health insurance, this is a biggie. Though Affordable Care Act plans may not seem as cheap upfront as a plan through an employer would be, you might be able to get a serious and generous refund if you've had insurance all year, or if you at least have gotten insurance before the final day for qualified registration. Similarly, many people are able to qualify for a refund if they've had spent a significant amount on healthcare costs in the tax year. Now, if you think you might qualify for this kind of refund and you've been holding off on scheduling a doctor's appointment, go ahead and schedule it before the end of the year so that it will qualify you as part of your total medical amount. It's important to note that currently the penalty is $0, but that's always subject to change. You can contribute to an HSA. This is a great way to save on taxes and also increase your return just contributing to an HSA or health savings account if you have a qualifying high-deductible healthcare plan. Similar to an IRA, the HSA lowers your taxable income. That's why we call the HSA a secret IRA. If you don't have an HSA through your employer or you have a marketplace healthcare plan, we have a guide to the best places to open an HSA. Of course, you can find it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Also, always make sure that you're following the HSA contribution limits every year based on your filing status. Use tax software or work with a tax preparer. Again, it can be nearly impossible for an individual to successfully navigate all of their options and refunds and credits. So, to make your experience a little bit easier, you should consider working with a professional or filing software. This way, you'll be able to very quickly evaluate whether or not you are eligible for credits or breaks based on such factors like driving a fuel-efficient car, driving or traveling for work, taking care of children or dependents, adopting a child, or taking care of someone with special needs, and of course, making charitable contributions. Now let's talk about how you can effectively use your refund. Once you've figured out a way to maximize your refund, consider how you can best put it to use. Some people will pay their refund forward toward this next year's tax return. That's what I like to do. Or you can find one of the best savings accounts for your tax refund. This is an especially good option if you are a contractor and can make a reasonable guess about how much you will owe next year. Some people will simply apply it towards charity, and some people will invest it. Just make sure you use it wisely and reevaluate your tax status for next year, making sure you're still getting all possible credits. That is our show for today. We hope it was helpful. There are tons of links and things we talked about today. You can find them inside this article. Just copy and paste the title of this podcast right into the search bar at thecollegeinvestor.com, and you'll find it. Also, follow us. We're all over social media. Like, follow, friend, all of those things. Just search for The College Investor. You'll find us. Thanks again for stopping by today, and we'll talk to you again real soon.